back. Hopefully you've got sound now, so I can't hear myself echo, which is always good. Warclone, are we going to I think we're pretty much live now, aren't we? So let's jump in game real quick.
Yeah, I'll just summarize what happened. Pistol round here, Anexis starting on that T side, picking up the first round here with 2 players remaining. Weber and Mole did not go down that round, but it was pretty much down to the wire, 1 versus 2, but Anexis picks it up. So finally live. Sorry about all the technical problems, but finally we've got it all sorted out now.
It seems like we're actually cooking with gas now, though. So
yeah.
Let's give you the quick roster rundown. You've obviously had the roster overlay up for pretty much the whole time it was on break. In fact, I think the stream was down there actually, so I probably didn't see that. Starting with Anexis, you got Weber, Mole, MX, Rattlesnake, and Release, of course. Now, I think Dan is going to be the key player to watch here from Anexis. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, Release is a fantastic player, but also Rattlesnake with that AWP on this too, has to be said.
But I've got to say though, I think Release is really the entry fragger.
He is.
He's the guy who goes in with the M4, makes those key kills happen that opens the site up. So Rattlesnake's great at getting the pick, but really if you're looking for a playmaker, it's going to be Release.
Yeah, let's not forget Weber either. Well,
yeah,
this is a team filled with them, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean MX is great as well. It's not like Jim's a bad player. So really, Anexis, they have all the potential in the world. It's just whether they can capitalise on that. For K1ck, of course, we got Ozone, Kingston. It's going to be, in fact, it's new, I should say. Mutris, Emotion, Inns, and Fox. That concludes your Alienware roster rundown. And now we've got the third round here underway. Looks like we are seeing another eco here. So standard set of 3 eco bashes, well, 2 eco bashes in the pistol, of course, for Anexis. So we should see the 4th round by kick in. Round's probably merely a formality here. You can see MX pushing up onto short. Does manage to be taken down by, it's going to be Ozone with the pistol kill though, so didn't manage to capture the AK. They did have to retreat from short though, so no real advantage gained there. Still a 4-on-4. And we are seeing Anexis. They've been knocked back from short here. Are they putting a fake on? Yep, it looks like they're going to cut the rotation from lower B here, pushing into mid, and they are going to split for B. As you can see, just holding down CT spawn, making sure that Mutris can't move forward, and there's the frag. That's going to be the final kill coming in from Rattlesnake. That's going to be standard eco bash out the way. Did you see anything there, Warclone, that was noteworthy?
Not really anything noteworthy. I mean, K1ck didn't do anything in particular that round with the eco, so no point overanalyzing it. It's going to be the first buy round here for both teams, and it's going to be a bit of a standard setup here. I can see K1ck playing that long offensive and pretty much leaving short to Mutiris here to hold it down by himself.
As we can see, it's set up for another B split here through mid. That's going to be the pick from MX. It's going to be the entry. Ozone, in fact, I should say does manage to shut down Jim with the headshot. Rattlesnake replies with his own submachine gun headshot on Mole with the AK-47 kill. That's going to open the site up for the plant now. And as you can see, 3 members of Anexis on site, 1 just outside the door as well. It's going to be Weber. So no real way of getting anywhere near the site here for K1ck. It looks like they are going to do the smart thing, Warclone, and just jump into pit and hold long here.
Yeah, I mean, having that AWP, you don't really want to throw it away in a 2 versus 4 even. Well, obviously, you always have that chance to get in there and try to pick it off, but they kind of lost too many players at that start of the round, so Anexis really having that good B split. I've seen them doing it before, and I've always favored doing the B split as well, because you have this the smokes you can set up from T spawn down to CT spawn right off the bat if you want to. So I think that's a good round coming up from Anexis, and K1ck saving the weapons. Smart choice.
Yeah, I mean that was really the best of bad situation there for K1ck, the Portuguese team, of course. So drops being put down at spawn. I did see a FAMAS in play, so obviously money an issue. You would expect that after losing the first gun round, of course. Now we are seeing an Anexis here. It looks like we are spreading and picking by the looks of it. We got the short push coming in, but we've got one still lower B. So I don't think it's going to be a committed short push here. I think it's going to be Mole looking for the entry frag. Maturis is on site. He is going to put out a little bit of spam there. Does manage to take some damage off Mole. 44 HP removed. I think he also managed to get a little bit of a tag onto MX there with a grenade as well. So good opening here for K1ck. They've managed to slow down Anexis. I mean, Anexis is one of those teams where if you let them dictate the pace, they're just going to steamroll you, aren't they?
Yeah, I think for a team like K1ck being the underdogs in this matchup, they need to do some offensive play.
As we can see, that B split now coming in. It looks like we are going to see the frag from Rattlesnake and two from Release and Weber. That's going to completely open up B now. As you can see, it looks like K1ck again, discretion the better part of Valor. They're going to fall back with the M4 and the AWP again. So Should be another round here. This should go 5-0. Is this anything that are you surprised by the fact that Anexis have come out as strong as they have? Because I'm not really, to be honest.
No, I'm not surprised. What I am surprised about is seeing K1ck being so comfortable with their own play and being confident that they can take down a side like Anexis, which is individually stronger and also team-wise a stronger unit, by playing it default as CT. They're using the kind of setups we've seen for years now, and what I would like to see K1ck here trying to surprise Anexis by pushing into long, pushing into short, pushing into B tunnels, something to try to get Anexis off balance.
Yeah, they need to do something a little bit untowards here. Like you say, they need to throw something out that Anexis aren't prepared for, which, to be honest, is easier said than done. Anyway, with the loss of that AWP, it means it's going to be pretty much a full eco here from K1ck. The Portuguese squad going to be looking to stop an entry and get a couple of weapons here and maybe do a bit of cash damage, but I can't see them hoping for a victory. As you can see, Rattlesnake, he's looking for that AWP pick onto actual B here. They're going to see that's going to be ins with the pistol headshot. Rattlesnake is going to get that pick though. That's going to level it back up to 4-4. But Mole did take a lot of damage. He's down to just 6 HP. So one pistol bullet anywhere on his anatomy would have to drop him. And it looks like Fox Harris with 2 more headshots. Let's stick auto director on so we can. In fact, we've only got 1 member left from Anexis here, so we'll just stick it on Mole for the time being. I mean, Mole is really a sort of non-entity here, with just having 6 HP. Could very well get a lucky headshot, but I think if he does push here, he'll just give up a free AK, to be honest. So I think this could be a case of Weber having to do the work here. He's got 3 men to find. It's not impossible for a player the standard of Weber. I mean, he did sort of come to the forefront of the UK scene probably about 18 to 24 months ago. Yeah. And he is one of those players in the UK scene who is capable of clutch play, but New's going to shut him down on the entry there from short. As you can see, we've got Mole pushing A high, but only 6 HP. He's going to be shut down by the pistol as well. And that was a very, very good eco there from K1ck. I assumed, and you know, assumption is one of those things that you should never do in esports, that we should have seen a shutdown there from Anexis, but that was really a good round from K1ck, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like they didn't even have 1 weapon. They only had the pistols and 3 remaining players against a full buy from Anexis. I've been saying this for years, Jay, and I'm going to say it once more. Whenever you know you're up against an eco, stick together.
Yeah,
hold your chokes. The worst situation you'll find yourself in, Jay, is 5 AKs versus 5 pistols.
Yep.
And you'll still have that great advantage. So they were split up everywhere, getting taken down with the pistols. I still want to see a team implement just pretty much a bandwagon of players with AKs rushing them pistols.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of sort of the eco, you know, default strat of just holding, say, upper B and lower B, making sure you don't get pushed, and then at 40 seconds making you push and making those pistols commit to a long-range fight from CT spawn, really.
Yeah.
As we can see, standard setup. It looks like we're just waiting for the opening picks here from Anexis. New has taken some damage, but he's managed to put some on Rattlesnake. More on Rattlesnake, in fact, than he took, so good exchange there. As we can see, we've got Release starting to approach mid. Is he going to push the mid doors? Yep, he's going to go through. Good flashbang knocks him back, though. That's going to stop the push dead in its tracks. A very patient play here from the guys over at Anexis. This is something I'm not used to seeing from the likes of Rattlesnake. Now, here we go. Here's the short push. We are going to see the flashbangs out onto site. Good smoke cover as well as Murturus picks up the kill. Mole with the AK-47 headshot to stop it, though. As you can see, though, we've got K1ck still in a pretty good position here. We've got Emotion in pit. He's going to be just pushing up into long now. He's going to be shut down by Weber. That was a bit of a silly mistake there. I'm not quite sure why he committed to checking long, especially when he knew that he had 3 guys coming up short. He should have just held the pit. Really helped out the entry, but doesn't matter anyway because Rattlesnake's going to pick up 2 kills with AWP, Release with 1 in the middle, and that is now a 6-1 scoreline. As we can see from the top scorer in server at the moment, that is going to be Weber. He's on. He's got 9 points, obviously, with 3 assists as well. Rattlesnake in 2nd place on 8 frags. So at this point now, are we seeing the sort of standard we would expect? I mean, Anexis are tipped to win this game quite heavily. They've got to be considered the favourites, haven't they?
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye out on the Twitch TV chat here, and people are mostly calling out 16-3 scorelines. And well, as casters, you kind of want to make it interesting.
Yeah, I'm open to 16-8 at least.
Yeah, like K1ck does have the potential of getting a lot of rounds, but I don't see them having the potential to win, really.
No.
So as they need to play well to get
well, you know what's going to be of utmost importance? Those 2 pistols.
Oh yeah.
They absolutely need those T pistols.
Huge pistol.
That will make the scoreline look a lot more respectable than it does do right now at 6-1. We have seen a long push here. It looks like New's going to pick up the headshot on TeamCRG, so Jim shut down on the crossover. As we can see, good smoke cover here. That's going to afford New a bit of cover in Gay spot. As we can see, though, we've got the push coming in now. It looks like Rattlesnake. He's still looking for New. I think he knows he's there. He's got a good idea he's there at the very least, anyway. As you can see, Anexis in control of the A site. They're going to put in that bomb down. It is a 3-on-2, though, so Weber trying to bait out the push here, and he has done so. Still shut down by Emotion, though. Another pistol kill. It does seem like K1ck do have a handle on the CT pistols here. Bomb tantalising on site, but can Rattlesnake get anywhere near it now? He's in a 1-on-1.
Oh, wow.
Oh, beautiful play. Pistol headshots, and that's going to be the round. Rattlesnake going clutch there, Warclown.
That was just once again showing how strong that K1ck is in Global Offensive. Not taking anything away from Rattlesnake. Fantastic player. Nice round by him and saving his team a little bit there. I have to add that I noticed Anexis pulled out 2 AWPs that round, with Jim MX having that AWP and Rattlesnake. And I mean, as on T side of any map, you don't really want to have 2 AWPs because you're supposed to push into the bomb side.
On T side, yeah, for sure. I mean, you could argue CT dust, dust.
Yeah.
You could argue 1 on A, 1 on B.
Yeah.
But with the guy on B sort of going from mid to B as needed. Another map that you can do that on the CT side, of course, is Nuke. Train especially. Train is the big one for it, where you see dual AWPs. But T side, it's very unusual to see 2 AWPs in play. Now, the bomb has gone down here. So it's a 4-on-2. Fox Iris and Emotion to try and retake here. Are they going to fall back? Yeah, it looks like, again, Fox Iris saving that AWP. He's been very smart so far, but at what point do you start committing to these sort of, I wouldn't say 50-50 rounds, because the chances of K1ck pulling out a victory, I would say, are more like 10% against 4 of Anexis. But at what point do you start committing to those rounds? Because, it's one thing to try and sort of save your economy and make sure that you do have, a couple more extra gun rounds, but if all you're doing is sort of losing gun rounds and saving, at what point do you sort of go balls deep and just jump in with that AWP and go for the 4 versus 2s?
Well, I would say basically that round is the time to start, because they were 7-1 down. A CT, you need at least 5 rounds. It's kind of a map where you want 7 rounds as well as CT, even though it's a little bit T favored. But I mean, down 1-7, you can't start thinking about saving the weapons. 2 versus 4 is not impossible. Rattlesnake picks up Fox Iris here. Only on a FAMAS though, this CT player, so not a hard kill here coming out from Rattlesnake.
Actually, I think Fox had an AWP though that he saved from last round, so that was an actual AWP-on-AWP kill. Rattlesnake getting the better of the sniper engagement early on here, which is, to be honest, I'd be very surprised if he was picked, especially on that T side. You do have the distinct advantage of having the positional advantage on those mid-double doors. So,
yeah.
Very unusual to see a CT pick, and I'm not even sure why Fox decided he was going to face there, because he knew that Rattlesnake had that AWP. He knows that Rattlesnake is, one of the best AWPers in Europe, if not the best on his day. Kind of a stupid decision, to be honest. So
yeah, it is, but at the same time, I'm a little bit happy to see him being a bit ballsy and believing in himself, because obviously if you go up against a bigger team, you can't really have that mindset that you can't out-AWP anyone, because then you can't play your game. But in the he needs to be on form to be able to take out Rattlesnake from that position. So it's a two-sided, two-edged sword, really.
Yeah, I suppose I am being a little bit disingenuous there, because I was saying, the round previous they did need to get to go balls deep. But as you can see, it looks like Materis, he's going to open up on site, and that's going to be
nice
set of kills there. All 3 of them shut down on the actual A site. So another much-needed round on the board for K1ck eSports, doubling the total, making it 8-2 here. Take a look at your scoreboard and see who's still top fragging. It's going to be Rattlesnake still. He's got 12 on the board, with Weber in second place with 10. Third place on is going to go to Mole on 9. So Mole already stepping up to the plate here and putting in his work.
Yeah, whenever you can contribute more than Release does, then you got to be happy. Oh, nice opening kill here with that AWP. It's a buy coming out from Anexis as well. Obviously, it's stacked up a lot of money.
As we can see, Anexis still being shut down on the A entry. Release going to be leading the way now. He does have smoke cover. Is he going to drop here and try and push through cross? No, he's going to actually fall back. Looks like we're going to sell a fake to A and probably go B here. Again, exceptional use of smoke cover here from Nexus. I mean, smoke is so much more important in Go, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, I mean, I would say it's kind of the same as in Counter-Strike Source. It's really effective with that smoke. I'm just nice shot. I'm just hoping they will fix the bug where you can see through the
radar.
Smoke through radar.
Yeah, that is annoying bug.
That is a big bug.
Yeah. I mean, saying that, it's never annoying if you're the one who's trying to find somebody through smoke, but if you're the guy who's trying to hide out, you show up on the radar. Yeah, it is quite annoying. Anyway, another round on the board here for K1ck eSports as we're rambling about smoke and such.
Yeah.
That was a good plant from Release. I mean, that was the best of a bad situation. He was in a 4-on-1, so to even get the bomb down there and the extra $800 for Anexis is kind of a big deal, but it's not like Anexis are particularly struggling for cash. I mean, as you can see, Rattlesnake fully bought up again. He's looking towards mid with that AWP. Let's find out what Release is up to, because, like I say, Release is usually the playmaker. As you can see, he's leading away into that upper B site. Are we seeing a mix buy here from Anexis? Looks like they might have just left it up to Rattlesnake here with the AWP, and everybody else is rocking Glocks. So that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I have to agree. Let's see. Once again, Rattlesnake being taken out straight off the bat. 3 versus 5. K1ck bringing it back, Jay. That's kind of what we like, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see a one-sided blowout even in group stages. So the more competitive the games here at the Catz Invitational, the better it is for you viewers and for us casting as well. Now we are seeing, it looks like Weber, he's dropped into CT spawn with that AWP. He's going to get dropped by Inns though. It's going to be $4,750 dropped in spot. As we can see, that entry also being shut down to the B site here. That's going to leave Molar's last man standing. Glock in hand. Oh, in fact, he's managed to catch an AWP here, so looks like he picked up Rattlesnake's AWP. Another plant, but again another retake here. So the 3-on-1 was never really going to work there for Anexis. I mean, it was an AWP against a 3-man retake, so chances of winning that slim to nil, to be quite honest. 8-4 now the scoreline, and what was looking like a very one-sided game at 7-1 is now getting pretty close here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they've pretty much picked up the last two or three rounds here, K1ck, probably the last 2. And I mean, if they can keep on picking up rounds now, they can find themselves at the 7 to 8 scoreline, and you'll be happy with that coming onto the bit easier side of Dust 2. Just having a quick look on the overview here, seeing that Anexis is pushing over towards that A bomb site, so I think we should be following it Muteris here.
As you can see, he's pretty much in a position there to get 1 kill. That spot's usually good for the first kill on the entry on short, but not usually good for a follow-up kill as it's very exposed. Now Weber and Fox going to exchange kills here. That's going to mean that we've got the we've got the opening on short now, so Rattlesnake is going to be moving in. AK-47 though, so obviously cash an issue here for Anexis. You do know that Sam would rather be using that AWP, of course. Again, good use of smoke to cover the plant and the bomb. There's a 3-on-2 here, so a 1-man disadvantage for Anexis, but it looks like, make that a 2-on-1 now. 1-on-1, Rattlesnake going clutch. Can he pick up his second 3-man in the game so far? Warclone, what are the chances of a victory here?
Oh!
Well, there's the answer.
Well, to be honest, this is his second 3-man, second 1v3. The last one, he was doing it with Glock. This time he's doing it with an AK. What are we seeing, Jay? Rattlesnake is supposed to do these clutches with AWP. He's playing fantastic for his team. Wow.
I wouldn't expect anything less of a player the caliber of Mr. Gowan, of course, but it's not to say that two 3-man clutches in sort of 4 rounds isn't impressive. As you can see, it looks like your standard eco setup here for. Well, I'm pretty sure that Anexis were expecting an eco, but no, as you can see, it looks like it's a full buy here. Emotion does seem a bit short on cash. He only got the 1 grenade to play with, but now we are seeing it looks like upper B here being smoked out. So obviously just trying to fake out a B push here, but it does seem like if there is going to be a push, as we can see, it looks like it's going to be over towards A at this point. You can see that short setup. Emotion is in a good spot here to shut this down if it does come up though. That flash is going to remove him. Let's see if he can actually hold his ground here. Oh, Anexis not committed to it. Again, very, very passive play here from Anexis. Do you think they're giving K1ck the respect they deserve here?
Yeah, basically what they've done, they've won 7 rounds in a row basically against K1ck. Then all of a sudden they meet a pretty much more confident K1ck lineup, picking off kills all the time. I'm not sure if it's down to respect or if it's just them adapting to the way K1ck are playing. It's not working. It's
I was going to say
three.
it's not like K1ck have been playing massively aggressive. It's just that they've been solid on the retakes. And they've made Anexis pay for every push. So every push they've made that's been a successful plan, usually they've been a one-man down in game, and that makes that retake so easy. So unless you got Sam in there with a triple clutch, but that's it's not going to happen every time, to be quite honest. Anyway, 9-5 the scoreline. So there's those magic 5 rounds you was talking about. I would anticipate K1ck wanting a few more here to be comfortable though. I think. 9-6. This final round of half would be nice for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they would be happy getting 6 rounds. I don't think they will be happy going on to that T-half with only 5 rounds. It's not that lopsided, this map. Even though they're up against a better team, they see that they have no problems retaking bomb sites unless it's Rattlesnake holding it down. So I think they are going all in for this last round here, and then, as you said, the pistol round.
Well, as we can see, Fox is going to have the drop, and he's going to get the kill onto MX. Nicely done. Good positioning, covers his retreat there with a flash as well, so he's going to reposition here with the AWP. Anexis probably think they have a good idea where he is though. As you can see, they're actually looking right at the right spot. If that's going to stop the AWP kill coming in from Fox, though, I'm not entirely certain, because he has been playing pretty well so far. And there's a second frag, that's going to be release dropped as well, so Dan on the entry here towards A high. He's going to be shut down. That's going to leave Anexis sort of scratching the heads here, Walkline. I mean, what can they do to make the opening?
No, I mean, looking at the cache as well, Mole only on a pistol and only a few flashes. It means Anexis for this oh.
But Rattlesnake had lagged out there for a second.
Does look like Rattlesnake is having some problems. Oh, that is terrible for him.
As you can see, there comes the frag, so it seems like he did probably time out though. I'd expect a timeout message any second. That's going to be 9-6 anyway on the half, and I think Anexis can walk away thinking, okay, well, 9-6, it's what we'd expect normally against a team that would be able to push us. But 9-6 against K1ck, I think they're going to be somewhat disappointed with that, haven't they? Yeah,
they thought they would pretty much cruise through this game, and being taken 6 rounds off of. They're not going to be especially happy with that, Jay. And what makes it even worse is Sam timing out that last round.
Yeah.
And as you probably all of you know, UK players are really emotional players. Rattlesnake in particular, timing out that last and kind of important round as well is going to make him a little bit edgy. I think he's going to be a little bit upset about it.
Well, especially considering they had a good position on A high. I mean, he was in the smoke cover. K1ck kind of knew he was there, but they didn't know when he was going to peak. And I think Sam had a really good idea where K1ck was. So Rattlesnake, he's probably going to be chewing his keyboard at this point. But still the second half, and it's not like they lost the first half. 9-6 is like I say, that's what you'd expect against a team of a higher caliber than K1ck, though. I mean, I'd imagine that Anexis have probably sat there right now thinking we should have done better than 9-6, considering they were 7-1 up at one point. I think they were expecting probably a shutdown, but that just shows how resilient the Portuguese side of K1ck eSports are. I mean, thinking back to, was it I-34 where Dumbarzo had that
yeah.
Well, there you go. I-34, yeah, Dumbarzo. I mean, they've always been one of those teams that's been on the cusp of being like a solid top 10 team. Yeah. They've just never been able to get the consistency in the rosters. So hopefully we do see that, because Portuguese esports, I mean, I did an event for Pacar Bell out in Lisbon, and I have to say the actual esports scene over there, it's not too bad. More like, I mean, Hypno and the guys who play Unreal over there, some of the better Unreal players. So there is a talent there, but it's just they've got to get the sauce. Well, I say sauce, the goal scene together, and they've really got to get the ducks in the line. So it'd be nice to see though, and they are a solid organisation. I mean, they've been around. When was I-34? That would have been. They've been at least 3.5 years ago now. So that was the first time they really popped up on my radar. And they've been around ever since in some form or fashion. So it'd be nice to see the sort of smaller European companies step up to the plate and bring some fresh faces to the scene, because the UK scene is usually the same sort of like 15 players who just switched out. It's very insidious. I know it's sort of the same for you guys, isn't it though?
For Norway?
Well, not so much for Norway. I mean, the whole Scandinavian
scene. Oh, the Scandinavian. Oh, okay, so we're one unit.
Yeah, well, and I know that's sort of semi-xenophobic.
Well, I mean, CS in general right now is a little bit you've got exceptions, but basically people don't understand that you need to stick together, and that's what the Czechoslovakian team did. Recent Gaming, they were so terrible at CS. We practiced tons against them. Every time we had a practice scheduled against them, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have some fun now. And then all of a sudden, 1.5 years later, oh, all right, they're unstoppable. Yep. And that's pretty much what you need to do to get to the top. And
there has to be some natural talent there as well. I've seen teams who've been together for years and years and years. Not to speak ill of Rasta Gaming, because they're a great organisation and such, but they're never going to really approach that sort of top level of play. And I think you could say the same about Frag Masters as well. I mean, Frag Masters have always sort of recruited from the same sort of pool of players. They all know each other fairly well, but they're never going to attain a level of play that, say, Anexis are.
Well, I'll disagree a little bit with you. Basically, you have the talented players. You have players like Stinger, players that basically can go to Hawaii for 3 years, come back, go straight to LAN and win it. And then you have players like, well, for instance, me. I'm terrible at games. Basically, what I had to do to get to that level I was pretty much not only practicing for 6 hours with my team, but 5 hours before practice I would have to deathmatch, play mixes. So it doesn't really matter if you're a girl or a boy or a 40-year-old man.
Hermaphrodite, maybe.
Yeah. The difference is you need to put in more time. And basically, that's what a lot of players don't understand. They blame the team. All right, this is not the team for me. I should get another team because this team is not winning anything. Surely I'm better off somewhere else. Time to learn, people. It's not helping you out at all. Start a team. It's all about the chemistry of the team. You should enjoy playing with each other. You should go out barbecuing like NIP. Bring Heaton in. That will give you some shits and giggles. And just roll with that. Don't change team after every event.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're changing rosters as often as you're changing underwear, you have a problem.
You have a problem.
You're never going to actually adjust to the new roster. And I think what we are seeing now is we're seeing some semblance of stability in the scene. I mean, Dignitas have just picked up a goal squad.
I like that.
Yeah, HUD's is in there. What's not to like when you've got George kicking around.
I love George.
The 1-6 fanboys out there. I'm a 1-6 fanboy, so I'm not speaking ill of you. Don't crucify me on Twitch chat. But you probably won't have heard of HUD's and the like. Husey also in that squad now as well. So the UK scene has sort of found some stability. Hopefully we see that translate into results at international events. I mean, Anexis is obviously still considered the top UK team at this point.
Well, yeah.
But I think that Dignitas team, they're probably going to have more cohesion as a unit. Because any team that you've played with George, obviously, any team that has George on there, there's always that that really good vibe, because George just brings that. I mean, he brings a sort of atmosphere to any team that he plays in, where it's you're going to work hard with him because he wants to put the hours in.
Yeah, he's a hardworking lad.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
But he's also going to bring that level of enthusiasm. Which
yeah.
A lot of. I mean, he's talented as well. He's not like he's just one of those players who puts the hours in and poop socks it, so to speak. He does actually have a sort of standard of play that's higher than your average. But he does put the work in as well. So I think you'll see Dignitas step up to the forefront in the very near future. I think they could very well challenge Anexis, because I don't think Anexis are going to put in the same amount of work that Dignitas are. But Anexis have more individual and raw talent. So
on paper, a lot better, yeah. But I have to agree. With practice, Dignitas can do a lot more damage, really, than Anexis. I mean, because obviously you have HUD's, as you were saying. He's got so much experience that he can, teach on to his younger players in the team, and as long as they keep on respecting HUD's and the older players and keep that dedication and hard work up, then it's all about the team unit and how you play it out as a team. So easily they can overcome Anexis if they put the time in.
Big if. They should do, though. They should do, like I said. I'd be more surprised if they didn't put the time in, to be honest. Anyway, we are waiting for the second half here of the K1ck eSports and Nexus game. I am Jay Atkins, of course. He is Warclone, and I think probably the pertinent thing to do here is take a brief break, because any more we're going to ramble, and obviously we don't want to be boring you guys on the stream. If you've got any sort of requests about what I'm going to be doing in the very near future, because as I did mention at the start of the broadcast, although we were having sound issues, so maybe you didn't pick up on it. Basically, I will be going full time back into esports starting as of next month. So if you have any ideas how to improve coverage of CS:GO in general, if you've got any ideas about like a weekly show, I suppose. I mean, if I'm full-time, weekly isn't going to be that much of a stretch. Like a highlight clip show, if you've got any requests with regards to that about how you would like to see it done, feel free to drop me an email. My personal email address, don't all bombard it at once, is jay, so it's j@thejackinsdiet.com.
Spam.
Yeah, feel free, penis pills, all that kind of good stuff.
Spam.
I'd give out yours, but I don't actually know your email address. I suppose, you know what, I'm giving out email addresses, why aren't I doing Twitter? I mean, Twitter makes so much more sense for stuff like that. Yeah.
You guys love
Twitter whore here, so you announce your Twitter first. Go for it.
I'm at the Warclown because there's only one Warclown, so it's the Warclown.
Well, there you go. That's his Twitter, and mine, I believe, which I've not really used, but I will be utilising more now because obviously going back into full-time esports, Twitter is a good platform for it. I believe it's Jason_Atkins. So we've gone formal on that. Anyway, like I said, we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have the second half resumption of Anexis versus K1ck eSports. In fact, it looks like they're not going to be too far from game live here. Are they actually restarting? I'm
not sure what they're doing right now. It's they're using this e-bot that we all love.
Well, we love when it's working.
Love when it's working. So basically, they're stressing a little bit. They're trying to resume the match.
Yeah, I've seen the e-bot has been match stopped by admin, so it looks like they're going to restart the e-bot. With e-bot, can you actually tell it where to pick up from when you restart it, or is it just one of those where it starts from 0-0 again?
It's the point of it is that you can, if you have a crash or the server crashes or whatever.
Yeah, but what about an e-bot crash though?
That's another thing. Hopefully, it's got backup files, flat files or something. But yeah, you're basically supposed to be able to restore any point of the game, money system, who's dead, who's got that HP, who's got that weapon, etc. So basically, what we're seeing on the server right now is just the admins and the players trying to get the match underway. So the question to you, Jay, is: do you want to ramble on and bore people?
No, I don't really. The only reason I stopped was because it looked like we were going to see some action.
All right.
So basically, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be the resumption of play between K1ck eSports and the Anexis, second half on Dust 2 in the group stages of the Catz CSGO Invitational. Of course, we're doing it remote from Berlin, but the actual event is in Birmingham. It's at the Gadget Show Live. If you are anywhere near Birmingham, I do implore you to go and check it out. It is one of those events where really there's nothing like it in the UK.
And Red Eye's there.
There's another reason. Paul Challen will be there. You'll also see K1ck, of course, of CAD Red fame. He will be there. Of course, all the players as well. Those are the guys that you really want to meet. I'm not sure which hall they're in, but there are multiple halls, and the halls are all filled with really cool stuff. So if you are anywhere near Birmingham, I do implore you to go and check the actual event out. Even though it's going to lose us stream viewers, of course. It's one of those experiences where if you're out in the UK, there's nothing quite like the Gadget Show. So it seems like, are we getting the restart in now? Yeah, here we go. So no need for a break. So we'll just stay in. No need for rambling. That's always good. Of course, we have had the roster rundowns, but let's give you the roster rundown again for anyone just tuning in. Of course, Anexis are going to be Rattlesnake, MX, Weber, Mole, and a release. For K1ck, it's going to be Fox Iris, Mutt, New, Emotion, and Insider. That concludes your Alienware roster rundown. Let's jump in game. I do believe we are going to be. I have to tab back in here, don't I? Need to also remove the camera from that source. As you can see, obviously my first time using XSplit here in the new studio, so a couple of bugs to work out, but once they're worked out, we should be cooking with gas. Anyway, pistol round of your second half underway here. Obviously, K1ck now going to be on your T side, and how important is it here for K1ck to get a good start?
Well, it's always important to get that pistol round, but yeah, it's really important for them being under. And they got the more powerful weapons there as well, and they do pick up 2 kills here. Weber got 1 reply. Let's see if they can hold this bomb site, Jay.
Oh, look at Emotion, that cheeky spot there. He'll have been spotted, but he does manage to pick up the 1 headshot to MX. Mole shot him down in return, but damage done. They're going to know that Rattlesnake makes his entry through the window as well. Only 59 HP and 62 on Mole. Not looking that promising for a retake here. Mole peeking onto B tunnels. He's going to take a lot of fire from sight. Rattlesnake does use that as opportunity to get in, though. As you can see, it looks like Mutt's going to actually put down the Glock fire, and Inz is going to pick up the final kill onto Mole. So, Insider grabbing that headshot. That's going to make it a 9-7 scoreline, with the next 2 rounds more than likely going the way of K1ck. That should bring us a tied game here, shouldn't it, Warclown?
It should, and K1ck also on the easiest side, AJ. So basically, at this stage, if we had 2 teams at the same level, Anexis would be really nervous about going into the rest of this match. K1ck has been playing phenomenal, to be honest. So I don't think this game is at all done, Jay.
No,
this can go
we've not heard the fat lady yet. I did make a prediction of 16-8, I believe, in favour of Anexis. It looks like we're going to see K1ck actually get past that 16-8 scoreline. So pleasantly surprised so far, especially considering that we were 7-1 at one point. I mean, most teams playing against somebody the calibre of Anexis, being 7-1 down, they would just fold under the pressure at that point, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and I just want to add that real quick before we get back into the game here. As you were saying earlier, K1ck, all of these players has gone to every single event in Europe pretty much. Not doing well, but they've gained a lot of experience, so they're not as nervous as any other team would be in that situation. Anyways, enough rambling. It's 4 versus 2 here, and K1ck comfortably taking down the eco coming out from Anexis.
Well, as we can see, MX has managed to capture himself a weapon. He's going to be looking for the kill here with the submachine gun, which is not going to happen for him because he's going to be shut down by Mutt. That's going to be the AK kill, and we are going to see now a situation where really Rattlesnake probably, I was going to say, probably not even going to get out of there with that captured submachine gun. So 9-8 now the scoreline. You would expect it to go tied game here, 9 apiece. And really Anexis, they've got to be thinking, okay, well, we expected to lose pistols. It's T-pistols, those Glocks, you know, they are massively overpowered. Does make the pistol rounds, I wouldn't say a formality by any stretch of imagination, but you're looking at 70-30 at least, aren't you, on 2 even teams, that they will go in favour of the T side.
Yeah, unless, of course, you got the CTs spending $300 on the P250, which is kind of the same damage output, I would think, but in the end, the Glock has 20 bullets. And 20 bullets is a little bit overpowered when you're rushing in as a T. You got so many shots to fire, and you only need that one shot. Well. Yeah, you got burst as well.
Yeah, burst on entry is just almost default headshot in Go. So not surprised that we did see K1ck pick up the pistols and this formality of the eco bash as well. As you can see, Iris dropping over the P90. Does manage to grab that frag onto Rattlesnake. It's going to be left up to MX here to try and shut down emotion on the entry. Oh, nicely done. Mole underneath him. Picks up the headshot there with the pistol. Bomb has gone down regardless, though, so let's get away from Autodirector, because as great as Autodirector is, sometimes it does miss a lot of the action. As you can see, Anexis moving into position for a retake here. It's not going to happen. They're going to be shut down on the long push from inside of there. He's got the Galil. As you can see, new on site with the AK as well, so does seem like K1ck here in a very good position to hold. I think Anexis are just going to try and grab a couple of weapons here and do a bit of cash damage, aren't they?
Yeah, it's all up to Releaser to pick off. Wow, he gets one. If he can get down into that pit and get that weapon, he hits the headshot as well. New down to 28 HP. Oh, close one. Dan suddenly takes out his aim and nearly gets 2 kills there on an eco. But I mean, first buy round coming out from Anexis on the second half here, and I'm curious to see if Rattlesnake will go for that pick in the middle.
Yep, let's have a look at where actually Rattlesnake is. Let's see if we can drop onto him. There we go. Just have that AWP, and he has pushed mid with the boost here. And there's the frag. Nicely done. Mole with the double kill as well with the M4. It's 2 headshots. I guess that was on the entry towards B. No, in fact, that'd be over towards long A. The bomb is down there as well, so Mole in a really good spot. He didn't take any damage for those 2 frags either, so just covering it with HE, making sure he's got a bit of space there in the long A tunnels to work with. As you can see, Weber, he's slowly reaching around the back as well, so Anexis have established here that there's nothing going towards B. At what point are they going to close these flanks in and just shut down Fox, Iris and New? Well,
it depends. You can hold the positions as you would normally, but some teams prefer to play it offensively and close down the gaps. It's all up to preference, really. I mean, it's going to take a lot of time for K1ck here to rotate over towards that B bomb site, and it's not even going to happen when you're getting picked off. I'm kind of curious as to why he decided to push out there by himself. Normally you would have 2 CTs playing that long area, and the bomb's there, so probably more even. Yep. And it's all up to the Oppo Fox series here now. He might get one.
Look at the patience from MX. He's just said he knows that Fox is going to be coming out, and that's got to be a. Oh, what? He managed to get that kill. Okay, thanks for that GoTV lagging. There's another thing I should point out as well. We are going to be looking at getting a VNC client into the. Sorry, I should say a VPN client. Yeah. Into the actual venue itself, so we don't have to use GoTV, which is notoriously bad when it comes to having lags at the most inopportune moments. So hopefully we will actually be directly connected to the servers come the second game. Just need to get that sorted out with the eSports Heaven guys who are actually on site. Now that's going to be the timer running down. So Did manage to salvage the AWP though, which really, I'm surprised that MX actually gave up that frag on long though.
Yeah, Fox.
And he had perfect position. I guess Fox just came out and no-scoped him. That's the only possible explanation for that frag.
And release being put down to 40 HP at right off the bat there. I have to point out what Anexis did at the start of the round though. That was fantastic. 4th round, they smoke out those middle doors and both go in behind the box in middle and boost the AWP of Sam and get that. I mean, K1ck was taken by surprise there. It was a fantastic thing to do because now K1ck will feel a little bit off balance for the rest of this half because they know that Anexis are capable of just pushing in without showing any kind of respect and just picking up kills. So K1ck has to play it out a little bit more careful now, Jay.
Yep, it's one of those situations where they cannot afford to make any mistakes here because if they do, I mean that sort of bank balance is going to get away from them, and as soon as Anexis, have enough cash to fund a sort of, even after losing 2 runs in a row, if they can still buy, you wouldn't anticipate K1ck picking up free runs on the bounce here. So this is the round where they've really got to get it done. They've got to get it shut down. It looks like we are going to see MX with the AWP headshot onto Fox. That's going to be an AWP kill. Inside returning the favour with the pistol headshot, but
oh wow!
As we can see, it looks like just one member here, and K1ck now on the going to be shut down. I was going to say they look like we could have seen Inns pick up the second frag onto Mole there, but the retake perfectly timed from MX. He comes in from behind as well. And that was pretty much a formality though. That was well coordinated, I have to say, showing that Anexis had been putting the work in their Warclan.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be the work that has been put in. It's all about basic human interaction, communication. You push in now at the same time as me. Yep. And that's what a lot of teams are doing wrong. But Anexis...
we saw that from Navi at the last Mad Catz CSGO Invitational, where we saw that VeryGames game on... what was the
Mirage.
Mirage. That's
7
right,
overtimes.
Yeah. 7 overtimes, but we also saw the retakes that they was putting on, where they was just going in, dribs and drabs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect to see from Anexis. I didn't expect to see it from Navi, though, so...
All right, it's 11-9 here, so Anexis feeling comfortable on that CT side with their CT setups. So K1ck needs to get down into their tactics and try to pull out the right one from the hat.
Weber on the boost. As you can see, something that's new to go, the mid boost. Did manage to get some good tags off, but didn't get a kill for it. It does take a long time to set that boost up as well, which means you lose position in other places. So, as cool as that boost is, I'm not necessarily a massive fan of it because, like I say, it does take somebody off that B site to actually do the boost. Next time that Anexis do that, K1ck will probably just straight rush into B.
Yeah, and I mean, they know that Anexis utilizes that boost. Wow.
Rattlesnake beast mode engage. And we're going to see Weber on the boost, jumps up onto site, and he's going to pick up the M4 frag, shut down by New. Fox Irish with the frag onto Rattlesnake. That's going to sting, AWP on AWP, but to be honest, Fox did have the drop though, he did have the high ground, so you'd expect the kill to go his way 9 times out of 10. Bomb has gone down, so good round here for K1ck. 3 on 3 though, and we can see all 3 members pushing up onto long with good cover from the AWP. It's going to leave New in a very actionable position. Emotion, he's going to have to push all the way onto site, and the diffuser's already going down. Not going to get there in time, I don't think. Nope, didn't even hear the diffuse, so the diffuser formality. It's going to come in, and that's going to make the scoreline 12-9 now in favour of Anexis. So Anexis back in the driver's seat here. This is where we expected them to be. What scoreline do you think K1ck can walk away from? I mean, it is group stages, so rounds are important here. You think they'll be hoping for sort of 12-13 on the board here?
Yeah, they should be happy about it as Fox picks up a headshot through the door onto Weber. Keep up that play, and they will be able to win the game.
Right on cue, GoTV starts to lag as they make the push up into the upper B tunnels. Insider with the headshot onto Release. That's going to return the favour. Not before Release could drop Emotion though, so... bomb being dropped off in sight. Fox Irish going to be scoping up onto the window. Just managed to get that kill onto Rattlesnake. So the second time we've seen Rattlesnake on the losing side in 2 rounds on that AWP engagement with Fox.
Yeah, MX peeking the gap into the B bomb site from CT spawn, missing what seemed to be quite an easy shot, and is now 1v3. And here's the difference between Anexis and K1ck. MX is 1v3 and he's going for it.
Well, there we go. It's going to be the kill from Fox, and that was really pretty much, if you're a betting man, you would have to say that was always going to be Kick's round. So 10th round on the board, and that now means we are seeing a situation here where I believe Anexis is going to be full eco. Let's have a quick look. Yep, full eco coming on the board, so she could fail to go 12-11. At what point do Anexis start to get nervous here?
They're already, well, they're routine players. They're not too nervous, but I mean, I think they're kind of at that point where they're getting as worried as they can get, to be honest. I mean, this should be one of the easier games in their group. They still got VeryGames.
At least on paper. I mean,
they got CRG, they got VeryGames, Infused. And I mean, it's not going to be an easy group at all for them if they lose out to K1ck here. They might not even pull it through to the playoffs.
It would be a crushing upset if they did lose. I can't see them losing, to be honest. I mean, I'd be very pleasantly surprised if K1ck did step up the play and actually managed to even take the lead here. Now, if K1ck are going to move in, that's going to be the eco bash out of the way. So all five frags for no deaths there for K1ck. So again, another great round actually. Even though it was an eco bash, anytime you can walk away from an eco with all your weaponry, it is going to be a huge deal, especially on that T side where a light buy on the T side is going to cost you less than a light buy on the CT side. So.
Release being put down to 40 HP, and that's happened quite a lot now.
That's the second time that I've seen at least that he's been tagged crossing over towards B, so it's going to make the B approach a little bit easier, and it seems like K1ck have been reacting towards those tags as well. Rattlesnake, he was peeking lower B there, and he could have had perhaps even a double frag if he wouldn't have been flashed. Again, K1ck coordinating this push through mid double doors now, and we actually see the AK-47 open up onto, that's going to be Weber dropped. It seems like we're going to see another B split here as New's going to cut the rotation here from short. K1ck already in control of that B site. It looks like Release trying to hide out at the back, be a little bit sneaky, but he was shut down from the headshot from behind from emotion. So not really happening here. Even when Anexis tries something a little bit, you know, that's not a standard playbook play, it's not working out for them, is it, Warclan?
No, it's not. I mean, I would like to see a little bit more offensive pushes coming out of Anexis once more at CT. I mean, I've never seen it before, the one where they double smoked or only single smoked double doors and pushed in with a boost onto the crate and get that AWP pick with a Rattlesnake. That was fantastic, getting the opening kill and also upsetting the balance of K1ck. But 12-12 is going to be the scoreline, Jay. Who would have thought?
To be honest, I wouldn't have thought in a million years that we would have seen that scoreline. Like I say, I think I was being a bit generous. A bit generous, there we go, when I said 16-8 at the start.
Yeah.
So, more than pleasantly surprised by the performance that we've seen so far from the Portuguese squad. As you can see, top scorer in server is going to be actually Fox. He's on. He's got 30 on the board at the moment. So he's definitely the reason that we have seen K1ck step up. I mean, he has been the go-to guy. He's been the one who's been tagging Release on that cross. And as you can see, Release tagged again down to 38 HP again from the start. So really that B approach has been pretty much open from the get-go, largely in part because of Fox getting that initial damage onto Release.
Yeah, it just keeps happening, and I mean, they need to start smoking the doors when that becomes a problem, because I mean, it's not only going to take away your HP, but it's going to get annoying. I mean, having to face off against an
and also it removes the possibility of being aggressive, you know, on those upper B tunnels. Because if you rush up a B and there's a grenade there waiting for you, you've only got 40 HP.
Yeah,
forget it.
That's a good point, Jay. So I think they kind of need to smoke middle doors every round now. Also, seeing as it's 12-12 and K1ck just, I mean, they're getting the kills. It's now 4 versus 4 here, but K1ck in the driving seat when it comes to HP.
As you can see as well, also in the ascendant position when it comes to actually controlling the site. So the bomb is going to go down. That bomb now acting like a 4th member of that terrorist squad. And really, as you can see, Weber and Release have already taken a fair beating here, so don't particularly fancy the chance of a retake. We're probably going to see a save here, aren't we, Warclan? Yeah,
it does look like it. We've got Release and Rattlesnake heading over towards that T-spawn. And Weber kind of set up for exit kills here, but he does get taken down by Fox, who has been playing insane with that AWP and pretty much being the difference here for K1ck, as they now, for the first time in the game, are going to get into the lead.
Well, here comes the explosion, and that's going to be the first time that, like you say, we have seen the Portuguese squad in the dominant position here. 13-12 now the scoreline, and really Anexis have got to start to right this, because if they don't, we could see a situation where this could go 16-12, and I would be massively surprised if Anexis don't pick up this game. Now we are seeing that boost again. It looks like it's going to be Weber this time who's boosted up. Let's see if he can actually get anything off this boost. Doesn't appear like there's going to be too much going on mid. I think the bomb is there, but the rest of K1ck are spread out. Now Weber looks like he's just going to be holding that for a mid push here, so he's going to be going for the old sneaky Husey Inferno door boost sort of. Hoping he can pick up a couple of frags on the push through mid, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening here, as you can see. K1ck do appear to be, well, maybe actually. Maybe we are going to see them adjust to go towards a B split here.
He's very patient, this Weber. Obviously, he can hear the footsteps of the players, but he does not want to give away a kill.
Well, he did anyway. That's going to be Mutt shutting down Weber, so as you can see, that leaves B completely exposed here. Release is the only guy actually holding that site now. He does make an aggressive push out a window, managed to grab one frag, but shut down in return by Insider. In fact, it was going to be, sorry, Mutt who actually shut him down, I should say. Bomb going down, and as you can see, 3-on-2. Chances of a retake better than the last round, I would say, because Mole does have 100 HP, and he does manage to grab that frag onto Mutt as well, so there's a chance that we could see a retake, but with that AWP in play, Rattlesnake's not really going to be able to get in and get dirty here. He's going to be looking for the pick onto B upper tunnels, which doesn't happen. Fox shuts him down. 2-on-1 now. Can Mole get it done, the new pickup here?
Well,
he can.
Take a look at his scoreboard here, Jay, and I mean, Anexis can't really blame Mole for playing bad. Their new acquisition here. Yep. I don't know if he's just stepping in. I think he's just stepping in for this tournament, but I mean, he's putting up the frags and playing rather well here for Anexis. Rattlesnake on the bottom of the scoreboard, but Rattlesnake with those two clutches currently kind of, yes, I would say nearly MVP for this game. Second place after Fox, I have to say.
Fox has just been nothing short of sensational, though. So I think consideration of anybody other than Fox for any kind of MVP award would be somewhat stupid, to be honest.
That is true.
As we can see, Fox, he's really put that up to good use, and he's. I never thought I would say this at the start of the game, but he's had the better of Rattlesnake.
Yeah, I'm
not many times you hear that said. I mean, there's only one other player I can think of who consistently would get the better of Rattlesnake, and that would, well, two actually, Guardian and WT. But then again, WT was kind of 50-50 with Rattlesnake, whereas Guardian, not so much. Anyway, Insider with the AK-47 frag on the B push. Rattlesnake going to take down Insider. Mutt going to be looking for the kill to Sam here. He's going to open up with the AK-47, knows exactly where he is. Not able to really capitalise on that though, because if he does push, he exposes himself to B. So K1ck deciding, well, we're going to fall back a little bit. The bomb has gone down here. That was a sneaky plant on A. And you're going to get that bomb down. He's going to call the rest of his team over for the rotation over towards the A site. As we can see, Emotion and company already pretty much in spot here to stop a retake from CT spawn. Fox has got long covered, so yep, it looks like we are going to see another save here from Anexis. And really, at this point now, that's going to put them on game point. Anexis have got to be thinking, how did we lose this game? In set 7-1 up in the first half to now find themselves 15-12 down. It's been nothing short of a miraculous T-side from K1ck and some great play from Fox, but I think a decent portion of blame here for the result so far has got to go into Anexis.
Yeah, it's obviously Anexis' fault, and as I was saying at the start of the game as well, this is a AWP map. So you see the AWPer of K1ck doing really well. He's 30 bombing, and that's pretty much brought his team to 15-12 here now, whilst Rattlesnake, the AWPer of Anexis, is bottom fragging. He's had two amazing clutches, but he's been silent throughout the game.
I was going to say his second half performance has been great.
Consider he's
so
got
far.
10 kills,
yep.
6 of them are the clutches. He's got 4 kills the remaining rounds. So he has been playing really bad, I have to say, and that is pretty much the difference on a map like this too. K1ck once again opens up with a kill, Ins killing MX, and Anexis got their work cut out for them now.
Yeah, well, Fox was left with just 1 HP, but I mean, it's an AWP, so 1 HP probably allows him to get one shot off, which can kill. Release with that kill onto Fox, that's going to be the M4 frag. Emotion with the headshot onto Molo on the A site. That's going to mean that New is going to move over there with the bomb. Let's find out where New is. Yep, he is starting to approach over towards A, so it does seem like New's sort of the designated bomb carrier here for K1ck as well, so looks like he's the most dependable pair of hands to put that bomb in. Emotion going to shut down Rattlesnake, and that's going to leave really just Release here on game point. He's got to make his move. He is in a 4-on-1. Dan could clutch this, but I'd say more than likely not. Now, there's one frag they need to find, but did drop into 13 HP. GG's already being exchanged. And K1ck, this could very well turn out to be one of the upsets of the tournament, couldn't it?
Yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed this game. I have to point out as well, I was reading the chat here, and obviously you guys are correct. Rattlesnake did crash, so he had about, well, we don't know exactly how many frags he did have, but obviously he lost all of them.
But would
from
eBot
the
not
first
have
half.
picked up on that?
I thought he would have, and that's kind of what I was going for. But I actually remember Rattlesnake picking up at least 2 rounds where he got a lot of kills with his AWP as CT, other than the clutches. So eBot did lose his kills there. So he has been playing a lot better, but on that T side at least, that second half he was, now the CT side he was a little bit quiet.
Yeah, I was going to say his CT half didn't particularly impress me that much. So really one of those situations where Sam's one of the players that Anexis looked to step up, and he didn't bring what he was capable of. I think that was one of the difference makers. I'd say the biggest difference maker, though, let's take nothing away from Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was the deciding factor in that game. I mean, dropping, I think he finished on what, 34?
34 kills.
Yeah. That's not a bad scoreline, is it?
No, you should be happy about that. Also, when you're playing for the underdogs, up against the, well, I would say kind of giants of the group. I know they got VeryGames as well, but individually, I mean, there's a lot of skill in Anexis. So with Fox being that confident and going for that AWP versus AWP duel versus Rattlesnake, which is kind of, well, a legendary player, not been playing up to par, but still having that confidence to go up against him and pretty much winning each one. Fantastic play by Fox.
Yep. I mean, really, Rattlesnake, he didn't have an answer for it. The only time he got the kill on Fox was when Fox was on the CT side, and he got a bit too gutsy and face mid. That was the only time I saw Rattlesnake get the better of him. And to be honest, I probably could have got the better of Fox in that situation. So really, that was a formality of a kill. Anytime we saw them in a one-on-one engagement, though, that's when Fox had the better of it. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we will have the second of the group stages. I'm not sure if it's going to be group. Are we going to jump into Group B, or are we going to continue Group A?
The format is Group A today and Group B tomorrow.
Okay.
But considering the delays we've had with this game, we might have to just jump into the middle of the next one.
Going,
so
yeah, perhaps.
We'll just have a short
break.
Then
again, I would imagine, because it is the Gadget Show, it's not BYOC. Probably the fact that those machines were tied up has delayed everything else in the group. So
let's hope so.
I would imagine so. Every time I've done the Gadget Show for Heaven Media, it's been that kind of setup where they have like 20 PCs and they just play 2 games at any one given point. So I'm assuming that's the way it's set up. So we probably do have a game starting in about, I'd say, about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to Jay and Warcline's coverage of the Mad Catz CS:GO Invitational, coming to you live from Berlin, obviously via Birmingham. Back after this.